quick update here from the beach. I wanted to update a little bit on the markets for Bitcoin specifically and for the altcoins as well. And then I want to talk about these 2019 HODL experiments that I am doing. For Bitcoin specifically, it's not looking like this could be the bottom, because usually the bottom of the market will usually be a sharp move. But as it looks right now, it's doing like a soft landing bottom. It did have a very heavy capitulation. It had a sharp bounce, but now it's correcting too slow and getting too close from the previous low. So it's looking more like a soft landing rounded bottom, and usually that's not how you see the final bottom of a bear market. However, I said this in all my previous videos now. I don't think we're going to capitulate anytime soon, because below us we're going to have the 200 week moving average, the 50-month moving average, and the 3,000 support level, which comes from the most significant peak in 2017. Plus, if you look at the monthly candles, we just had a 50% drop in value in one single candle. What are the odds that we're going to have another one the next month? I think it's the biggest drop in Bitcoin's history, actually, in one single candle. I think it's even bigger than the last capitulation. Even if it's the same size with the last capitulation in 2015, in 2015, Bitcoin was like $500 or $400 before this capitulation. Now it was at 6,000. It might be the same percentage, but the value and the market cap is so much bigger, so it represents a lot more. It's the heaviest capitulation in Bitcoin's history. So what are the odds that it's going to capitulate again in the next candle? I think it's very, very low. I think we're going to be stuck here for a while, bounce again on the 200-week moving average and the 50-month moving average and go sideways, and then maybe after several weeks or months, find the last capitulation. Now, for the altcoins, some of the altcoins actually look like they could have bottomed already. I mean, some of the altcoins have already had capitulation, more than 100% bounce, retraced, and broke out of the main downtrend resistance line, which, if you look at previous bear markets in crypto, in altcoins and in Bitcoin as well, once you break this diagonal resistance that's been dictating the whole bear market for a year, and sometimes it even retests, that's the bottom. So some of the altcoins have done that already. And I get this question a lot when I suggest that some altcoins could actually have bottomed already, but not Bitcoin. I get comments all the time saying that, well, if Bitcoin and altcoins move the same direction all the time, if Bitcoin continues to go down or if Bitcoin capitulates, altcoins will do the same. I've learned that you have to look at individual charts. And while it's true that most of the time Bitcoin and altcoins move the same direction, even if altcoins move faster, sometimes the Bitcoin and altcoins will detach. So sometimes while Bitcoin will be going up, altcoins will be going down, and the other way around. And I've learned this because I made this mistake in 2017. In January 2017 is when the bubble started, when Bitcoin BTC broke the high from the previous bubble in 2014. When Bitcoin broke $1,200, everything started to go up parabolic. And in the next few months, while Bitcoin made it to $3,000, which is a 300% increase, altcoins went up thousands and thousands of percent. I remember in this same time period, Ethereum went from like $10 to $400, while Bitcoin only went from 1,000 to 3,000. What happened is, when altcoins and Bitcoin topped, altcoins went into a bear market, a heavy, multi-month bear market, while Bitcoin only went into a 1.5 month bear market, and it was more like a sideways market. It wasn't even a heavy bear market like the altcoins. Bitcoin corrected, I think, 30% or 35%. Bitcoin consolidated there for like 1.5 months, and then broke the previous all-time high at $3,000, and it started to go parabolic. to 5,000. While Bitcoin was going from 3,000 to 5,000, altcoins were still going down. So Bitcoin was going up, altcoins were going down. The mistake that I made is because altcoins entered a bear market and altcoins came from a thousands and thousands of percent gain. I thought, well, this is not sustainable. They will go into a bear market. And I thought, well, if Bitcoin and altcoins move the same direction, even if altcoins move faster, Bitcoin is going to go into a bear market as well. The mistake that I made is that I sold Bitcoin at the top, just like I sold Ethereum for thousands and thousands of percent gain, and other altcoins. I can't remember which ones I was holding back then. I was trading a lot on Bittrex. But I liquidated the altcoins and I liquidated big part of Bitcoin as well. And I've learned at the time that I have to look at charts individually, while having in consideration, of course, that most of the time Bitcoin and altcoin move together. Of course, I know that, and that's the case most of the time. But sometimes they will actually detach. So I think it would make sense that they actually will detach somewhere at the end of the bear market, just like they detached last year at the first top of the first bubble in 2017. So if I look at charts individually, some altcoins have already broken out of resistance. They showed the perfect structure of a market bottom. So I do think some altcoins actually saw the bottom while Bitcoin hasn't seen the bottom. If you look at the chart of, I think it was Ripple and Dogecoin, for sure they bottomed a lot earlier than Bitcoin BTC in the previous bear markets. And then yeah, maybe you will think, okay, it's only two altcoins, maybe it's just an exception. Well, yeah, maybe, but in the previous bear market there were only a few altcoins. It's not like, and now we have 2,000 coins in the market. This is new. This wasn't like that in the previous bear market. It was only Bitcoin and a few altcoins. So the ones that I know for sure now is Ripple and Dogecoin. There's probably more that I'm forgetting right now. But the point is, they bottomed earlier than Bitcoin. And if you look at the chart, you see, I think it was Ripple, it broke out of resistance. I'm not sure if it retested, and it went into a bull market, and it went very high, actually, near the previous all-time high, while Bitcoin was still going sideways and correcting. And only when Bitcoin had the last capitulation, then Ripple did too go down, had a heavy capitulation as well. So they moved together, but because it was so high up already, it didn't get to break the previous all-time low. So I see something similar could happen with the altcoins, or I think something similar is actually already happening. Some altcoins could have bottomed already while Bitcoin didn't, because to be honest, Bitcoin, the BTC chart is the one that looks more bearish compared to any other altcoin. I mean, I shouldn't say any altcoin, but the main ones, the ones that I look at, Bitcoin BTC is the chart that looks the most bearish. So now let's talk about this 2019 HODL experiment that I'm doing. So I'm releasing the first video today. This is going to be a series of 3 videos. One I'm releasing today, and then the second video, it's expected to be released by the middle of 2019, but it could be earlier or later. It all depends. I'm just waiting to see how, I need to see how the markets continue to perform during this first half of the year. And then the last video, it'll be a free public video on YouTube showing the portfolio, exactly at what price I bought this portfolio for and how much it's worth. Then that's going to be the 1st of February 2020. Now, what I did also is I created a special Telegram room specific for this 2019 HODL series. And I wanted to say this on YouTube here because out of the people that have actually bought these videos, only one person joined this Telegram group. This is optional. I mean, you don't have to join if you don't want, but I wanted to clarify this. I really recommend to people who bought these videos to join the Telegram group, because the first video, which is releasing today, I show the total portfolio, so the $2,000 in 10 coins. I show the pie charts with the exact allocation of money for the 10 coins, but I'm only doing the initial investment in this first video. So I invested a little bit more than half of the money. So the total is $2,000 for the 10 coins. I invested a little bit more than half, but I didn't buy all the coins. I only bought some of these coins in the portfolio. The rest of the coins I'm only watching, and the list of these coins that I'm watching but I haven't bought yet, it could change through these years. So in this Telegram group, I'm going to be updating here if there's some changes, because let's say one of these coins, I don't know, gets 51% attacked, or something really bad happens, or I don't know, or it's all of a sudden it gets a lot of competition from other, new coins that are, trying to do the same use case, and all of a sudden it gets a lot of competition. Maybe I will drop this coin. In 6 months, anything can happen. So the list of coins I'm watching but I didn't buy yet could change. So I'm going to be updating there on the Telegram group if there's changes in that. At the end of the day, the portfolio will probably be similar because I'm pretty constant. When I choose something, I'm pretty constant. So maybe it won't even change, but it could change. So I'm going to be updating there. And then the other thing is that this first video that I'm releasing today, it's a half an hour video where I go over the 10 coins. So I left out a lot of things, and I only included in the video the things that are most important to me. Because if I have to go into a lot of detail for each one of these coins, then it would be a 5 or 10 hours video. If I have to spend half an hour in each coin, it's going to be a 5-hour video. So obviously I went only over what's most important for me. But I'm sure you guys will have questions about this video, because as I said, I had to leave some things out. So if you guys have questions related to the video or to this series of videos, you can ask them in the Telegram group, and I'm going to be answering the questions there. Because I want to give this service. If you guys bought the videos, I want to be there and answer any questions you might have about these videos, since I'm charging for them. So yeah, guys, I recommend you to really join this Telegram room. Even if you don't have Telegram, it takes 2 minutes to install Telegram on your phone and set it up. It takes like less than 2 minutes to do that. It's just, and then you can join and participate in this if you're interested. So yeah, guys, I think that's all that I wanted to cover for the video of today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.